to the Grace Down Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one, and we got a very special guest with us today.
I'm back. It's Mr. X.
Let's crack into another one.
All right, guys, so we're continuing yesterday's conversation about just general politics in the election. So the thing that I thought was interesting, we'll start. Yesterday we talked about our feelings about the country, what we thought of the new president, what we thought of our role of Elon Musk.
Yep.
What I have here, I've also heard some things that are potentially going to happen. I'd be interested to see if they are.
Are we going to talk about Project 2025?
No, not yet.
Oh,
No, we
Not
can't.
yet.
But I saw
That's
that
part 3,
I saw that
apparently.
one of the things that has already been proposed is term limits on Congress, and I think that is a phenomenal
I'm here
idea.
for it. I'm here for
And
it.
see, and this is what I'm talking about, is where when I see him in power and he wants to be known as the person who's going to shake shit up, I can't be mad at that.
But if you
term limits
but
on Congress
is
beautiful.
it rhetoric or is he going to do it?
Well, here's the thing. He doesn't have any power to do that.
No,
Congress has to do that to themselves.
He wants to put an amendment in, and I think they
But he-
should.
I
Supreme
absolutely.
Court justices too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Give them a 10-year run
At
as
least
Supreme
make
Court or
them
something.
competently campaign for it to
When
some extent.
you're 100 years old and can barely speak, you need to go against somebody and see if you're going to win your.
Yeah, that I'm with that. Like, there maybe make an age limit or something for it. Like,
Age limit on presidency.
They do not have that.
no,
On the other end, they do. You can't be like, you got to be 35.
So we've already seen what could possibly happen.
I am much more
I'm just
concerned
saying.
about congressional term limits than any of the other ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of
Like,
them get in there and just get
and they
comfy
just sit
don't
there
do-
and they don't do anything.
Supreme
and
Court.
They just
Well,
vote
you
along
get
party
fresh
lines.
blood in any company.
Yeah, it's always
It
good.
changes, man. Like, and you get fresh blood in Congress. People come in, they're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. They want to make a difference in
Yeah.
the world. Get in there for 20 years. You're like, nah, I'm fine. I'll get.
You
paid.
go look at like Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell. These dudes are just like these old white dudes that just sit there and get reelected. That's their whole
the
job.
funny thing is,
What's
when
wrong-
they were
what's wrong
brand
with
new,
them
they
being
probably
white?
wanted to do other stuff.
They probably did, yeah. But that was a
They're
long
jaded
time
now,
ago.
man. They're like, whatever, you know,
They're
like
jaded, yeah. They can't get anything done. It's just, yeah. I am all for congressional
Yeah,
term limits.
so they're-
and you can make them long. That's fine. But
give them 10 years. I don't care.
10, 15, whatever.
Whatever.
But
Anything.
But stop
is
this
better.
lifetime bull crap.
Yeah, anything
Like,
where they're from a rural county in Iowa and no one else runs and they get reelected for 30 years.
It does have like that kind of like that monarchy type of feel to it, where like you were born into this role and you
Yeah,
you
but
stay
these
in
same
that role until,
once you get these same dudes have been there like my entire life almost,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
like we need somebody else, anybody else.
And who was the lady that could like barely stay?
Oh yeah,
Who was it?
Diane Feinstein, was that what it was?
Oh, okay,
Well,
it might
remember
have been.
Strom Thurmond?
Strom
He was
Thurmond,
like 104
Feinstein's
or
the one
something.
that died like
Yeah,
this last year.
yeah.
Strom Thurmond was dang near 100 years old.
He
Was
was
from South
like-
Carolina or North Carolina?
He
Yeah,
was just like literally there, but that dude would filibuster though.
but still, it's like you, and that dude was like in the KKK or some shit. Like that dude
Oh,
was
yeah.
that dude was just old and like
Forgot about
from like
that
Jim
part.
Crow times. You're like, no,
love
you
that.
don't need to be here anymore. Like it's time
Yeah.
for you to go
I
away.
love that you called him out on that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It needs to be known.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's anything else y'all heard that's come up so far in the first couple days about things that might happen?
Well,
Is America a racist country?
yes.
Is America a racist country?
By nature or by people, I guess.
Yeah, what you got to
By
define that
as
more.
a whole, no. As communities, yes.
What created?
I
Look,
I think every single person here and everywhere else has prejudices. I will say that.
That doesn't mean
Okay.
they're racist.
It doesn't make you necessarily racist.
no, because there's a vast difference.
Prejudices
between
come from
races.
lack of exposure.
No, well, and they actually come from somewhere else. They're a survival technique from when we were, monkeys or whatever back in the day. Yeah. You like, I prejudge that I'm not going to mess with that thing over there because it's going to hurt me.
Yeah, don't mess
right?
with the indigenous folks.
So
because
we
they're
learned long ago to make inferences about things so we don't die, right? That is where we have prejudices against a lot of things besides people, right?
It's football team colors. I get it. It literally is.
I don't like the Dolphins because they're teal and orange.
You can't help but feel some animosity to somebody wearing the opposite team's color when you're at a football game.
Exactly.
And right now we're at America, which is a
Blue
football
and
game.
red. Everything's blue and red.
Yeah, man, it's a wild thing. I think it's it's funny. We talked about how like the liberals were crying online. I think it's also just as messed up. The told ya coming from the other side.
Oh.
Have you seen? Oh
Wow.
my God, my favorite thing. I'm sorry, I got excited.
I have not
as
ever
soon as
seen you this excited about anything.
So the new thing that MAGA is doing, MAGA is doing. I love this shit. Okay, so the new thing they're doing, dude, is they're going up to women and they're being like, "Your body, my choice."
Oh my god.
Oh my God, who's
Actually,
nobody's got to be
what's-
doing that.
You know what's really funny?
What kind
Sorry,
of
women.
ignorant dipshit would do that?
I saw actually a post on Reddit today it was like a teacher said, I saw a student walk up to a girl and say that, and she slapped him in the face, and she's like, I supported every minute that girl is gonna be on detention or on
Absolutely.
suspension for
Well,
that.
I think that kid's parents had to get their asses kicked. It's just like you're raising a shitty child if your
Oh,
child would
absolutely.
do that. Like, and that child didn't do that on their own accord.
yeah.
That's something their
insane.
idiot dad or
Is that
grandpa.
really happening?
Yeah, I
That's
think
a real thing, or is that
So,
some bullshit on?
It was
on
one
Instagram?
of who are
Like a
the
TikTok challenge?
who are the kids? Not Ben Shapiro, but the other one. I can't. Dave Fuentes. I think he said that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember his name necessarily, but he said that, and it's been going viral.
You know what?
It's fucking hilarious
act
if
like
you
you've
ask
been
me.
there before. If you win something, act like you've been there. All right, don't gloat in people's fucking face.
Dude,
Like,
I
So
hate
while that's being said, because it is an asshole thing to say, it's funny, but it's an asshole thing to say. Most of the states did go in the rights of women having the choice.
Oh yeah, they did vote in. A bunch of them voted abortion at a state
Yeah.
level. Yeah.
yeah,
Which
and
I
Texas
don't.
didn't, though.
Which I hate to
Texas,
say this.
it wasn't on the ballot. I don't think. Was
No.
I hate
Yeah.
to say this because I hate politicians, but that is essentially what the plan was: is for states to make that choice, and they made that choice, but they still picked.
Well, people people always forget that Roe v. Wade. All it was saying that is it okay for the federal government to make a call for the entire states on that issue, right?
Yeah.
Or should it be reserved to the states?
Yeah.
And so when they struck it down, what they struck down was
The federal.
the federal mandate. They said no, the states have the right to make a choice. There's
the
no
same as like
there's-
weed or anything else.
Yeah, there's no
Caveman as
constitution,
well.
and like I hear people that gripe about like how some of our senators have voted against like the post Roe v. Wade bills, and these guys are saying no, we're going to leave it in the state's hands. Your state has a choice, and the state we live in is very anti-abortion.
Yeah, it's still illegal here in Texas, right?
Yeah, as far as I
Yeah,
know.
it's actually honestly super sad. I've read some stories
Yeah.
recently about
I hate
women that.
that.
have been taken with like I can't remember ectopic.
Atopic, yeah.
Where they have like it gets stuck in the fallopian tube and they can't do anything about it because technically it's abortion, and the women have like died because they can't. They go like
See.
3, 4, 5 times to the ER, and they're like, we can't do anything for you. That's giving you an abortion.
All right, fine. You're making it not funny now. Now you can't live in Texas and like have
and that's
healthcare.
what, and so those are the things I think that do need to be addressed by the states. The problem is, so this is where I hope people will start paying attention to state elections, because everyone just pays attention to president, nothing else. People have to pay attention to their local elections to feel like, our governor and his guys, I'm not a fan of. And I think they need to go, but that's the thing. Like you've got to get people. We need some adults in the room to make some decisions up there about this kind of
And
stuff.
this is what I hate about Donald Trump. Now, I have to say I hate it because I feel like he's just Mr. Magoo in his way through. He's like, yeah, make this change. And while it's like, oh, now you have to pay attention to your state elections, and that's something that we all should be doing anyway. So he's making us eat our vegetables, but did he intend on that being the outcome? Or did he just Mr. Magoo and accidentally like drive his car to the grocery store? You know what I'm saying?
My autonomous car got there.
Because it's a good thing,
Well-
I feel, because, yeah. But it's not because, no.
Yeah,
No, I feel you.
I don't think that was ever his intention, but that is the ultimate. The Republican really platform has always been state rights over federal. More states, less federal, right? That's kind of the ultimate like conservative value, right? Is you step back from Trump, you step back from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And you just say like that is the ultimate thing. And so I think I don't know. I feel like it is probably a good unintended consequence of Trump's winning, that people will pay more attention to what's going on in their states. Like, tell me what's your state rep's name?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Ted Cruz.
No,
I
he's
don't know.
a
Kamala Harris's
federal
name
senator.
or-
He's a
Oh,
senator.
you mean the state senator?
I said a state. Who's your state representative?
Jason Allred.
Oh, I thought you meant the state, like
that
the
guy?
Congress state
No,
representative.
Colin Allred lost. 'Cause
Ted-
that's who you're talking about.
Ted
Allred.
Ted Cruz is in the U.S. Senate. No, I don't know. I don't know. We have different reps.
Ted
'Cause
Allred.
we live in different parts of town, so we have different reps.
Oh.
but-
Oh, you mean like the
I
local
definitely know.
Austin?
No, I'm talking about who's in the down at the Capitol, and we live in
state
Austin,
Senate.
Texas. The state Senate,
Oh, I
and the
have no
state
clue.
house, exactly.
He's got
Those
a
are
free-
the
I barely know the mayor of Austin.
those are the state reps you need to. The state elections people have to start paying attention to, and nobody knows or cares who their state rep is.
No, not at all.
All right, final thoughts. Jonas, you first.
It is going to be an interesting 4 years. I'm hopeful that assassination attempts have done something to the man to make him a little more for the people and a little less for himself. Mm-hmm. Only time will tell, man. I don't know.
All right, you want
It's
me
going to be weird.
Fair enough. You want me to go? You want to go?
You go.
Shout out to the first trans president, because whenever he goes up against a guy, he loses. But as soon as you put him up against the women, my man is in first place. I'm ready for the ride. I'm excited. Disappointed that some people are sad, obviously.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's nothing we can do about it now but ride it out. Let's see where it goes. If he makes something crazy,
Half-ish of the country
What-
is always upset in any election.
Exactly.
That's true.
all right.
I
it.
think we have to. I hope that we'll use the next 4 years to find 2 decent candidates. That's
Preach
what I.
it.
That's
Under
what I'm hoping.
60.
Wow.
Under 60, like we need. It's Gen X's time. This needs to be the last Boomer president.
Why don't you run?
But
I'll run against you.
we should run together. Is what we should
Oh, X and Dynamite
do. TNT 2028 X and Dynamite.
Hey, I like that.
So,
I'll
yeah.
be your,
Dynamite next.
I'll be
Dynamite
your
next.
I'll be
Dynamite
your
next.
chief of staff.
That's right. That's right. Well,
All right. So, anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to thecrazynow.com and subscribe if you want to hear more wonderful, awesome things like this. Mr. X is here. He's sometimes here. For Jonas,
TNT and
Mr. X.
we out.